Hello, the Eldritch Zookeeper is my tycoon management game that's set in a cursed and spooky zoo, and I want to show in this video in far more detail than I think I've ever done before just how the game plays, almost like a classic Let's Play, but I also want to show off some of the cool new things that'll make the gameplay feel really rich. So let's start off at the beginning. Here we have a zoo. It hasn't been built yet at all. Empty land, plenty of possibilities, and lots of fog as well. Build in the basics, right? Monster pens take up space, so fences get dragged out first. It's way too dark and foggy at night, so I'm putting down some lampposts here, give some illumination, and then working on constructing drink shops and food shops and also bathrooms that'll serve the visitors in all these ways, which I've already let those visitors into the zoo. It might be a bit early, but hey, you know, I'll take their zoo admission money if they want to give it to me. And I've already built some litter bins because that is something I want to keep, litter. I want to keep that as low as I can. And now it's time for a monster delivery. So I ordered these crates through the shop earlier, along with enough food for a few days. And when the interdimensional portal opens up, as it does every day, here we are. We can actually make this monster zoo an actual monster zoo with monsters in it. I've gone for Hellions and Hypno Llamas because they're an easy start. They eat two different kinds of food, but they play quite well together. And while this second monster enclosure gets built out, let me just point out some brand new stuff that is on the screen right now. In the top right corner, there's a new global zoo information panel, right? So there's how much money you have. There are how many visitors in your zoo. And also, how do those visitors feel about your zoo right now? The zoo satisfaction rating, which is a new sort of score system running from 0 to 100, is essentially your answer to the question, how good is my zoo? It's an answer that, as we'll see soon enough, affects everything. If the reputation of your zoo is bad, then less visitors are going to come along, and the more visitors you have, the more money you're going to be able to accumulate to grow and improve your zoo. But the more visitors you have, the higher the expectation of your visitors collectively will be higher. They'll demand a higher quality of Monster Zoo from you, the zookeeper. So how do you know what to improve upon? Big zoo, lots going on. How do you not get lost trying to discern what any potential problem is or what could be better? Now, well, this brings us to the second new on-screen element, one that I'm really excited about, which is this phone message system. When there's a new problem that you haven't been told about for a little while, a little notification will appear in the corner for a short period of time. Now, clearly my zoo here is not going too well. There's a few problems, I suppose. Maybe a bit too confident, expanded too quickly, opened the zoo before there were any monsters in it. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Forgot about building benches entirely. I made this game, but still forgot about benches. Just rushed the whole job, and you can see that in my zoo satisfaction rating. Previously hovering around the halfway mark, started to drop for a lot of these reasons. And then, if that's not bad enough, visitors started dying. So my food and drink shops weren't placed terribly well, and the queues got too long, too much demand. It's a cursed zoo when the zoo visitors are dying. Which, by the way, that's a new thing. Visitors can now die if they don't have enough food and drink. They can't get hold of it. And nothing hurts your zoo satisfaction rating like visitor deaths. It's the worst thing that can happen, and soon my rating, you can see here, hits 0, and all my visitors left, the ones that were still alive, and no new ones wanted to come along, which makes sense, Oh, have you heard about that monster zoo? It's where you go if you want to starve to death. No one's going to come along to that zoo. A little bit of improvement is needed here. The zoo messages in the corner of the screen is only the tip of this kind of new information that the game wants to give you if you'll take it. If you hit enter, you actually get to take out your phone and look at the previous messages you've got, but also do a bit of a deeper dive on your zoo satisfaction rating. Look at this lovely graph. And see what the biggest problems that are harming your visitor rating, in order. So firstly, visitor deaths. Secondly, here, litter. Thirdly, visitors are really hungry. Adding this screen I think will greatly demystify any zoo reputation problems and let you troubleshoot accordingly. Which is what I did with this bad zoo. I needed to build some more shops, some new litter bins, actually build any benches, and even invest in a little more into greater monster diversity. And while I make these improvements, here's an important gameplay question. What makes a monster zoo good? The secret system behind the zoo satisfaction rating takes into account a bunch of variables. Firstly, monsters. Do you have enough monsters? Do they have enough variety? Are they horrendous and eldritch enough? Not all monsters are equal. Do you have enough special, exotic monsters? And then you've got zoo comfort aspects. What about the lighting? Is it bright enough at light? Is there litter on the ground? And what about the food? Is there enough shops? Are there queues? Variety? In fact, this system is pretty robust. Before recording this, I went behind the scenes and just checked out how there are 28 different inputs so far that the rating system takes into account. And after all that work, you can see that the zoo satisfaction rating has now increased. New visitors are coming along to the zoo. Problem hopefully solved, at least for now, because the more visitors that come, well, the harder it gets to make them all happy. This zoo satisfaction rating system is quite deep, and I know I'm going to keep adding more inputs to the system, balancing the weighting of them all, but for now it's coming along really nicely. I hope you enjoyed a slightly deeper dive on some of the guts of the Eldritch Zookeeper. Don't forget, please, to wishlist the game on Steam and subscribe right here on YouTube. And joining the guild of cursed zookeepers is how you can get Christoph, the horned zookeeper I've been playing as in this video, for free for yourself. Just go to the guild website, join for free. You also get this nice purple coloured name in our little Discord server, and hopefully more free stuff coming soon. And that's it. I will see you next time.